thought I'd push play and actually took a photo of myself.
Which is yourself? Of us.
Of us, which is very lovely to offer anybody, obviously. Welcome back, I'm Ian.
And I'm Mike.
We're coming towards the end of the year now, so we've got lots of bits and bats left. Bits of paper we've used.
I'm sure everybody's the same. Scraps. Pieces of paper, pattern papers that were bought, that we've got a few spare pages left. Just odds and ends. So we thought we'd make something with our bits and bobs, odds and ends.
A junk-ish journal.
Yeah, using uppy scraps.
You'll see as we go through, there are some scrap papers there, but there's also some lovely papers Mike's designed, some cards Mike's designed, some little bits and bats.
Things.
Gorgeous things. Gorgeous things. So without more ado...
Yeah, that'll do.
I've got it right this time. Without more ado, we'll switch to the overhead camera and we'll make a start.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Are you ready? We're ready. So, got a pile of scraps, etc.
Pile of stuff.
Those scraps. So what we've done Mike's found some cardstock.
Some old cardstock, like manila-ish kind of cardstock.
And then Mike's done some pages. There's some old Tim Holtz paper, some more Mike's pages. And generally it goes all the way through. 3 signatures we're going to do.
Yeah, it's just basically what I could find that would make up a kind of 6 by 6 inch kind of double page spread, if you like.
What I've done, Mike said just leave them all different sizes. I can't do that, I'm sorry. So I've trimmed them all down so they're all even. I've got my standards, they're low but they're my own. So I've trimmed those down. We'll go through that in a minute, but first of all I want to do the cover.
Right.
So let's move all the stuff out of the way. So
all these bits.
So tell me about these covers, Mike.
Okay, when I was originally thinking about creating some junkish type journals, in the past I've done like 6 by 9s or 5 by 7s or whatever. But I like working smaller, and a lot of people like working smaller as well, which is why people started doing ATCs and working on index cards and that kind of thing.
You need glasses for those.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't have time to do a big page.
No, you don't.
So I thought, well, what's the perfect kind of mid-range thing to do a journal with? And I thought, well, 6 inches.
Yeah, well, it's 6 plus a little bit all the way around so the paper fits, isn't it?
Yeah, so these are, well, this is a new 6 by 6 journal kit that will be on the website from early January. Probably I'll put it on during Christmas and New Year. So you get a 2-inch spine with space for 5 signatures and just to do 3-hole pamphlet stitch.
Yeah.
You can either cover it or you can do exposed stitching if you want to.
Yeah.
But also with the kit, you get a massive label to put on the front.
Gosh.
A label plate to put on the front. I've also, if you do cover that up, if you don't like exposed stitching, I've also done a matching one so you can put on the spine as well. Ooh. So that will be the kit. Those are the bits that just come out the holes there, and you can use those to either cover with paper or just use it as a template or whatever. I'll just throw those in the set as well.
Yeah, because the paper fits like that with a border all the way around the 3 sides, doesn't it?
These corners come from something else. I'm not doing those in this kit.
I've just taken a like to them, that's all.
You've just stolen them from a different kit.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover these in some paper.
Yeah.
I've found some very nice, and it's peacock feathers. I think they're rather nice.
Which is very on trend at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah, well, peacock colour is very much...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and that kind of tropical...
It's that way up, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that kind of tropical colour theme.
Yes.
With your peacocks and your golds and your pineapples and your parrots and your birds of paradise.
Come up for breath, Mike.
Yeah, that's all very much in at the moment.
Okay, so what happened then?
I don't know.
Did I knock something?
You may have done. It's okay. I don't know whether the camera stopped rolling for a second or whether it's just our big TV screen that we watch what we're recording on.
Okay, so what I need to do is I need to get the front and the backs in the same place because the papers have got to match.
Yeah, and unfortunately we can't get 2 out of 1 sheet because they're bigger than 6 inch.
Yes, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure. I'll just go straight into it.
Why don't you just do it on the corner? If you put the cover straight down into the corner there.
I just want to flap it over.
Oh, okay.
I want to cover it properly.
You want to cover it properly. Right.
Yep.
Wow.
So
That's me told.
So let's just cut that bit off there. Okay, and then we'll cut that bit off there. You can use that bit there. Sorry, it's off the edge, but I'll show you. I've cut there, and that'll go onto the spine. It's just not cut through. I'm using, can't see the line.
Oh, there you go.
I'm using the polyester sticky stuff that we use, which is actually a godsend sometimes.
And sometimes it's a curse.
Sometimes it's a curse. Let's have a look.
There you go.
There we are. Trouble is the paper's so busy you can't see.
There you line.
There we are. So,
do you want one of those mitre corners? I've got a wooden one downstairs.
no, thank you.
No,
no,
okay.
thank you. Right, let's just peel that off. It had on the back of it some Art Nouveau ladies, which are
Nouveau, Deco,
which are pretty hideous, to be honest with you. Not as nice as ours.
No, did you remember? You did remember which way is up?
Yeah, that way.
No, I meant with the covers.
Yeah, I put little arrows on.
You little devil.
I thought I'd get caught. It's not my first rodeo, but I've known I mean, it'll all go wrong and I'll go TU and then I'll look stupid. And
yeah, because there is an up and a down on these. Isn't
yes,
there?
there
They're a
is.
specific orientation. They're not 6x6. They're actually bigger.
I'm just going to trim those across there. One.
But one side is longer than the other because you've got to take into consideration where the spine is.
Yes, you do. And I put that onto there.
That's just...
And I can cut that just there. I'm going to line the inside front cover anyway. So the problem with this sticky stuff is it is very, 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 very sticky and it goes everywhere. I'm still keeping it all on the back of the ruler, you see.
There's going to be no cork left on there, is there?
No, there isn't. No, there isn't actually.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Schoolboy error there.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, so to fold it over, I'm just going to persuade it over the edge.
Yeah. I'd be upset, but this ruler's about 25 years old.
It is, yeah. So just persuade it over onto there, and then just push it down to set.
Would you like a persuader?
Oh, I'd love a persuader, thank you. Was Tony Curtis one of the persuaders? It was, wasn't he?
I wouldn't know, I'm far too young.
That's alright, don't mind it being a little bit distressed there.
I know not of which you speak.
You've heard of it though?
Yeah, I think my mum's told me about it.
Yeah, okay. There we are. And then one more. These covers are lovely, Mike. What thickness are they?
They are 2mm.
Oh, they're lovely.
2000 micron.
Bloody
But because
hell.
they're wood,
Yeah.
they feel a lot sturdier than grey board.
Yes, they do. Make sure that's going to cover.
And that's sturdier.
Oh, yes.
You're not using that side though, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm just making sure that it's all going to cover. There's a little bit there that's not going to cover. But I think might just make them a bit bigger, so my inside piece is a little bit bigger, so they go to the edge. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, that should be all right.
Okay.
So
hold that for a minute.
So that goes there. So I'll just put that there. I'm just going to cut this one then to match. So 2 sheets of paper.
I was going to say, give yourself plenty of space.
So have a look. I'm just trying to sort of eyeball it on the paper so I can, so that we're in roughly the same place. I think we are there.
I don't really think it's going to.
I don't think it's going to matter, is it? Just cut that. That's out of the way.
You're drowning under rubbish.
Yes, as usual. Well, that's about the width of there. There we go.
I was thinking about purchasing one of those rotary cutters.
Okay, and Alfie have got one, haven't they? Seen Alfie use it.
No, it's an electric one.
Oh, is it?
That's for cutting fabric.
Oh, is it?
I suppose that's the same thing, really, isn't it?
But an electric one.
But an electric one, yeah.
Right, so then that sort of goes there. And then I need to sort of trim.
Well, you need to position it so that your peacock eyes are
about the same
similar.
place.
See, that's pretty much disappeared into the paper.
And then just put that there and trim this little bit off.
Mm.
There we go. Okay, so that's one I've done already. I'm going to vintage the edges up anyway on that.
Distress it.
Distress it all, yes.
It's within an inch of its life.
Yes. So just make sure I get it the right way up again. Little arrow.
Clever.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do on the inside front, I'm going to put manila paper in. Manila.
Give me that big sheet.
Thank you. I'll put that in there like that. I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to do that.
Yeah,
put it like
just
that.
thought I never put my phone on silent, just in case.
Oh yes.
Somebody rings, like mother, to tell me stuff that.
She's forgotten again.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing it differently this time.
Yeah, the paper was. I had gaps in it, and I don't want gaps in it. One more. So just take it back on itself, and then over there like that. There we are. Thank you, mate. There should be no gaps now. Lovely one. Yep, I'll use that again in a second. So,
And tell how old that is, look.
recollections, blooming heck.
Bought that when we went to Michael's when we were in Miami.
Blooming heck.
Do you remember when we went up to, was it Aventura?
Aventura Mall, yeah, I do.
Yeah, it was just the other side. And we got a taxi from
the mall, and he just drove.
From the mountain. We want to go to Michael's, please.
He
sort of looked at us really weird, didn't he?
And then drove us across the freeway.
Yeah, literally drove us 100 yards. And we still had to pay him.
Yeah,
obviously.
we did. So that's better. You see, there's no
Yeah, there is.
no gaps. So
should we see how you've lined up?
yeah,
Oh, look.
it's not bad, is
That's
it?
not bad at all. Are you going to do the spine as well?
I am. And just what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a little bit of distressing.
Are you going to do the spine before or after we've stitched in? Are you going to hide the stitches or are you going to leave them exposed?
It's made very difficult to cover it and stick it all together, I think.
Depends what we use.
Yeah, but I think I'll do it last.
You're going to cover it once?
No, I'm going to show the stitches. I'll decorate them up.
Okay.
So,
Oh, of course, yes, because we're joining the covers together in a different way.
we are. There we go.
Because we went on a little trip out this morning, didn't we?
We went to see Mum and Dad in the grave in Wetherby.
Yeah, we went to take a wreath to put on
For
Ian's
Christmas.
parents' grave this morning. And then we stopped off, didn't we,
In
at
Leeds.
your favourite hardware store.
Oh, yes.
And rather than sitting in the car waiting for him,
Might have made the mistake of coming in.
and I found a few things, didn't I, in there?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I like the look of those, and I had an immediate idea. And then when I discussed it with Ian, he's going to actually incorporate it today, aren't you?
I am. So what I'll do is I want to check. Just pass me a piece of that manila from up there, the thick manila card you've got, please. The brown paper.
Oh, the brown, the craft, not
yeah,
manila.
or is it craft? Sorry.
This is craft.
We bought this and it wouldn't go through the printer.
Yeah, I bought this for packaging. It's too thick.
What I'll do is now just line that.
It's too thick.
If I can line that with that then. But I'll do that in a minute when we've done the spine.
You'll need two of those, won't you?
I will,
'Cause
Mike, yeah. Yeah, so I've got those two, and then we need to cover the spine. So we'll have enough here for the spine.
I feel like your capable assistant today.
And then that goes there. So we'll just move that down so it's level with...
We're going to need some kind of pokey tool in a minute as well, aren't we?
We are. So I'll just put that at the top. Trim that off. Like that. There we are. Okay, so we've done those two, obviously already. This one needs to go in the middle.
One of the things I love about journal making is the fact that it's not quick. It's a project that you can take, you know, it can take hours or it can take days. You can make it, you know, as long as you want it to last.
Yeah.
But also, I forgot where I was going with that.
But also, you said it's a project that isn't quick, but it's as quick as you want it to be.
Yeah, I was going to say it's completely gone.
It was going to sound fantastic, I'm sure it was.
No, there was a point to what I was going to say and I've completely forgotten it.
Oh dear.
That's what you call a real senior moment, isn't it?
It is, I wouldn't know. Let's fold those over.
What was I going to say?
And to that. I don't know, I'm sure.
There was a point to it. Oh, good grief, never mind. It'll probably come to me later.
I'm sure it will. I see that's that one covered. And how easy that is to cover with that fantastic, those fantastic covers you've got. Just give them a bit of a vintage up a little bit.
I'm just going to sit here and
think about what you were going to say.
It can't help it, I'm old.
Okay, so that's those. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to go off camera and just going to cut some of the brown card.
Which is there.
Which is there to fit, and I'll be back in 2 shakes of a donkey's tail.
And I'm going to sit and cogitate for a moment and hopefully not fall asleep.
I've got to decide what I was trying to tell everyone.
Good grief. So while Ian's downstairs adding some of this sticky stuff to the back of the craft card, I've just remembered what I was originally going to say. It just came flooding back to me in an epiphany. What I like about journal making is the fact that there are so many different stages within the process of making a journal. So you've got the making of the covers, you've got the creating your signatures and collating your signatures, and then there's the stitching together and putting all together, and then there's the decorating. There's so many different stages that you can go through that, like I was going to say, it can take you over the process of a couple of hours. I know I can do a journal from start to finish in about 4 to 5 hours, non-stop, from scratch. But you could do it. And you could take a week or 2 weeks, just do a little bit here and there, and then put it to one side again. And then when you're ready for it again, you can bring it back out, and then you can do the next bit to it. You don't have to sit and do it all in one go. So you can create your signatures or collate all your signatures and keep them to one side in a pile. And then you can work on your covers and then put them to one side and then move on to something else. And then just put it all together when you're ready. So that's what I like about journal making. It's not once you've started, you've got to finish. It can be stopped at any one of those single stages along and just put to one side without spoiling. So that's what I was going to say. You back then?
So at least you remembered what I was going to tell you. I'm just going to distress the edges of this manila card.
Just put my coffee cup over there.
Okay. Just distress the edges a little bit.
Mr. Bentley's fast asleep behind us, curled up in his bed.
He's had no rest today though, has he?
No, not really.
Okay, so that's the back of the paper.
Looks like a bomb's hit it over here now.
Looks like a bomb's hit it over here too. There we are.
One of the things I'm going to be able to do over Christmas and New Year is have a proper tidy up again.
Excuse the back of the head if you can see the back of my head. If you can, don't tell me I'm losing my hair. There we go. So that's the spine.
Guess what I've done?
What have we done?
Left the pokey to the other side of the room.
Oh, we can go and get it in a minute. So that's the spine covered, inside and out. You see Mike's already pricked the holes in it, but he needs to prick them back through now so we can stitch them in. This stuff is really good, this double-sided polymer, but it's a nightmare on your tools, isn't it?
Yes.
I haven't distressed it yet. Yeah, the sticky is ultra sticky. It's for what putting signs up outside buildings.
We often get asked where it's from, where we get it from. It's not something that you can buy commercially, as in from retail. It's actually given to us
by our good friend Andy.
Yeah, who works for the company that manufactures it. It comes on a roll which is, what is it, 12 feet long?
12 feet long, yeah.
And they just cut it.
That way.
And what we get actually is the waste.
If you believe it or not, yeah. There we are. Look at that. That's a Bobby Dazzler, isn't that?
Yeah, but they're not allowed to sell the waste,
No,
are
they're
they?
not. No, they're not. Andy gives us it, or it would actually be going into landfill.
Yeah.
So it's much better that we have it than it goes inland.
Because it's recycling.
They feel great, those.
Sturdy.
Very sturdy indeed. Let's do the other one. There we are.
So is this video supposed to be going up this evening, or is it for Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Right.
There you go, love.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gives me more time to edit then. Because it's already started to go dark out there.
We've got a long time to go yet, we haven't finished. Right, so that goes on there. There we are.
Why don't you finish with the poker tool?
Well, I don't want to dint it, because obviously you get the indent of where the paper is on the inside. But good idea anyway. So, now we have front cover, spine, and back cover. So if we put a bit more vintagey on that bit there. Might just nip that off. That's better. There we are. So that is the outer. But we need to put something on the front.
Yes.
So I'm just going to, what's happened there? Let's just split a little bit. I'll just put a little bit of glue behind that in a minute and get that to set.
It might, once it dries. It's because the ink's probably wet.
No, I think it's because it's, hang on. Ha ha ha!
Our good friend.
Our good friend, the glossy accent fairy. Our friend Karen, she bought some and didn't use it, so she gave it to me. And I've used it all really quickly. There we are. I'll leave that to dry now. Okay, so on the front, what I want to do is I want to pop on a nice little embellishment, an MDF embellishment, and this is what it is. So this is the tree of life.
Lovely.
So that is going to sit on there. Then those corners, which I put somewhere really safe.
There's some there.
Some there. This is them.
And they're probably buried under all the...
So one, are they the same ones? Yes, they are. So one there and one there. You'd be asking me why I'm not putting any there. I'll tell you in a minute.
All will be revealed.
All will be revealed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint these pieces. So I need two for the back as well.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to paint the tree of life. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the paint from Indigo Blue. I'm going to use Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
I adore this paint. It goes on really, really well. I mean, look at that. There we go. You may say it looks a little bit bright. It does, but we will be knocking it back a little bit. So I'm just going to do the edges.
I don't think it looks bright.
These, by the way, these trees will be on my website in the new year. I might put them onto pre-order. You get two sizes. You get this size and a slightly larger size as well. I think this size is...
That's 12 centimetres, it's 120.
Inch-wise, it's 4.5. I think the others are 6.
Yeah.
So the others are quite a lot bigger.
This is the same size as a CD.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 120.
But I think these are really pretty. Right. Okay. I can wipe this afterwards.
Is this your cutting, Matt?
Yes. Well, essentially it was yours.
Yeah.
But you gave it to me. Well,
you appropriated
I
it.
appropriated it. I think that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, appropriated. Put some more on.
It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. I did buy a replacement that I've hidden.
Because you can't hide it that far. So you bend it, it will come back again.
Ah, well, you see, it depends where you put it.
dog's not sleeping on it, is he? By using the sponge dauber, you're not going to get the paint all the way down the sides. So you don't need to paint inside the lines.
Yeah.
There we are. And I like it because it looks almost like it's beaten metal.
Hammered.
Yes. So that's that one. Move it out of the way.
Yeah. And some of the MDF products out there don't like it very much when you paint them because they're not meant to be in a moist atmosphere, are they?
These love it.
But this material is specifically designed for marine and bathrooms. So
the Medite, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I think we've mentioned earlier in the year we actually saw it was one of the gardens at Chelsea Flower Show.
They built a cave out of it.
They did.
But it was
but
very.
There was a waterfall in it, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
And it was fine.
It was wonderful. It's quite a lot thicker than this. You'd need a lot to make a waterfall in a cave with this thickness. Yeah. I think theirs was 30-40 mils thick, maybe thicker. This is 2 mils. We can cut up to 10, I believe, can't we?
No, I think 6.
Is it 6?
6 mils is the thickest we can do.
Let's turn that over. There we are.
Because if you remember, I made myself a Gothic bookrest.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Like an old-fashioned bookrest, just like a little cubby just to put like a handful of books.
There we go.
And I cut that out of 6.
Put that over there, thank you, Mike. And I'll just clean this up, dry this off, and I'll be back in 2 shapes of a lamb's tail.
Poor lamb.
Poor lamb.
Is it dry then?
I didn't even burn my fingers. And I've managed to get it off the mat, which is even better. So I've done the little decorative corners. What you could do, Matt was just saying off camera then, that you could actually sprinkle it with, what was it?
Clear embossing powder.
Clear embossing powder.
Yeah, if you really wanted a sparkle on it. Or just go over with gloss Mod Podge once you're finished.
Or gel medium or something.
Yeah, just to give it a bit more of a shine if you want. But
okay, what I want to do to make it pop from there, I found this paper. And it's got, obviously it's got the compass on it. What I thought I might do is to stick that onto there. I'm just wondering how I'm gonna line it up. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Bob there.
Well, why don't you?
Yeah.
Get it so you've placed it right.
Yeah.
Okay, and then draw a line around it. That makes it easy to cut.
But I was going to stick it on and cut it out. I was going to stick it down and then cut it out.
Okay.
So it's easier rather than trying to line it up. Oh, it's just me a potluck this, but I'm sure it'll work. I have faith. Santa's coming, so you know. All's good with the world if I can get the top off this.
Yeah, but you don't know whether you're on his nice list or naughty list. Yeah.
If I'm on his naughty list, I probably deserve it anyway. So let's just hold it up to the light and have a look. Yeah, I think there.
You've just gone for it, haven't you?
I've just gone for it, yeah. Yep. So I'll just cut around the edge. I've used a metal ruler on a glass cutting mat, and I think I've taken all the blade off, all the
edge of the blade.
edge of the blade.
Yes, glass does that.
Which is stupid when you think they actually make glass cutting. I've ruined the blade.
Do you want another one?
I had one a minute ago somewhere. Have I put them all back in there?
I have no idea. But yeah,
that's the pack I just opened. Yeah.
Some new ones.
Please don't go. Oh, you're going to cut yourself. There you go.
But you might cut yourself.
Oh, I might cut myself, but I doubt it. You've just got to remember.
Stand by with a tissue or a bandage.
Fingers on this side. There we are. So let's have a look.
And you don't have to press hard.
No, not now. You don't. No, it's a new blade. And I'm going to go around it and just vintage it up anyway. There we are. Sounds about right. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's perfect, nearly.
You don't need that again.
No, thank you, Mike. No.
You don't pass me that little sheet over there.
Thank you. Okay, and then just a little bit of the Tim Holtz distressing on the edges. You know, this is falling almost exactly right. Almost if I planned it, which I haven't.
Well, you had.
Yeah. So you see that? We'll go on there.
Now it looks like a sunrise.
A bit like a sunrise.
Very good.
So a bit of the old glossy accents, as you all know. I love to use this as glue.
Squirt a bit in there just to make sure it's going.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah, just a little bit around there. Don't need a lot. There we are, just up the tree a little bit there. A little nubbins on. There we go.
Such a lovely word.
Nubbins. Okay, get it the right way up. And that is going to go on there.
I like that. It's almost got like a Da Vinci feel to it.
That's, hasn't it? Sorry, there we are. So that's there.
Very nice.
Just put that there. Just get a little bit of the excess off.
There's really not going to be a lot, is there?
No, there's a little bit I can see, which I've got off. There we go. So, front cover, that's that one. Don't suppose it matters, they're both exactly the same, aren't they? So, thank you. So that needs to go in the centre. Oh, what's happening there?
Are you going to just take into consideration your binding?
Yep, well it's fine because it would be in the middle regardless, because the binding is just going to go there and there. And it needs to be equidistant to look right. So that will go there. But what we're going to do today to bind them, this is Mike's new idea. Go on, tell everybody.
Butterfly hinges.
Butterfly hinges.
Look at those.
So one sort of goes there, and one sort of goes there.
Right, yeah, got plenty of room.
The reason they go there is because obviously we've got the holes which are there. So you don't want to be stitching through these. So they want to be about there. So what I'll do, that doesn't make any difference to the overall design. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of glossy accents on the back of here. Put that on there. Like that. A little bit of weight on there, not a lot. You don't need a lot, do you? Then a little bit of the glossy accents. I said before, you don't need a lot, just a little bit. There we are.
Ooh, just a little bit.
Please don't sing that song.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Goes there. And what's nice is you see you've got the gold and the gold.
The gold tones.
The gold tones.
Gold tones.
Sounds like a group from the 60s, doesn't it?
The gold tones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold tones. There we are. And then one on.
Live from Las Vegas. The gold tones.
We're from Las Vegas, just outside Nottingham. So that's that one.
The Las Vegas Bar and Grill.
Las Vegas Bar and Grill, yeah. So, and then we'll put, obviously this is not how it's going to be stitched together, but I'm just going to pop on the other two now on the back. Las Vegas.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about the Las Vegas amusements in Skegness.
Yeah, Skeg Vegas, yeah. We went to Skegness in the summer, didn't we?
We did, Matt, the first time that I've ever been was this summer.
And I've not been since I was 5.
I think it was our first outing after lockdown, wasn't it?
It's not a lot different, to be honest. It's nice. It's a bit iffy. Some of it's a bit iffy, but
yeah.
It was nice. The people were friendly enough. Everyone was nice.
It was our first joint
we took
seaside visit.
We took Puppy out, didn't we?
Since lockdown.
This looks a little bit like something out of Golden Compass or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which has just started again on BBC TV in the UK. There we go.
Nice series, so we've got that to look forward to.
We have. So that's that. So what we need to do now is introduce.
Do you want me to put the holes in now?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, I'll go over there and do it.
Okay.
And then are we going to just take a break? Give those
Well, what we'll do is, you put those, I'll put some glue on these, and we'll put it together and leave it to set.
That's a good idea.
Because somebody needs to go out for a WLK, and it is a clue, it's not Mike.
Yes, it's that time, isn't it?
So, am I okay to open the other packet here that you got? The hinges.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. They come with screws, but you can't really screw into this.
Well, no, the wood's too...
The wood's too thin.
Too thin, yeah.
I mean, you could bolt it. Oh, those screws are nice. I might have those myself.
Well, there's going to be 4 sets. So
Yes.
I bought 4 sets of hinges.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Let me just bring that in so you can see where I've poked through.
Super duper, Mike. Brilliant.
There you go.
Okay, so as we'll end up having
That's
this
upside down.
Just testing. Okay, so theoretically it goes like that. And that will go to there. So when it opens up, it will do. So when it closes, it will do that, which is perfect.
Yeah.
So we need to just leave that with a gap. Just have a. Somebody's.
The fluffin has awakened.
Somebody's lumbering.
Hello. Hello, monkey. No.
Back to sleep.
Well, it's kind of half in and half out of his bed.
Yeah, he knows it's about time for for our trip out. This needs to be the same, doesn't it? Down exactly the same. Right, won't shut. There we are. So that's it.
About there, yeah.
Out there. So what I'll do is I'll put some gloss accents on the back. What I'm going to do.
Well, if that blade wasn't blunt, it will be now.
Because if you don't, it will just all peel off. I know, because it's happened to me before. The glossy accent, oops, there's it. The glossy accent doesn't stick, it sticks to the lacquer, but not. Not the steel or brass, whatever it is. So,
I think it does say the brass.
I think they are, the brass or brass.
Let me just read what it says on the sticky label.
These very lovely hinges, it says.
Electroplated brass.
Oh, electroplated. Dum 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 dum. Not that kind of electro.
No. Take no notice.
Take no notice. Yeah. Oh.
You get a little bit.
I just knocked it when I was being silly. I need something heavy to go on there to hold it all down. So there we are. There we are. And then so about there. About there, Mike? Think so?
That's about right.
Looks about right, doesn't it? So there. We'll go on there. Just open it out just a fraction. There we are. Just got to wait for the glossy accents to take hold.
Yeah, well, if you leave them for a good 20-25 minutes or so, by the time you've walked Mr. B...
Oh, right, because somebody's decided he wants to go out.
Yeah, so if you do the other side...
Now, yeah.
And then by the time you come back, they should be...
On their way.
Used.
This is a really good idea about putting hinges on, Mike. I like it. It's a lot more decorative, isn't it?
Well, we've had 4 hinges before in the past.
Yeah, we have. But these are proper hinges. There we go. So then, just this one now. Scratch it up. Doesn't take long for the glossy accents to dry either, does it?
No.
So you'll finish work-wise now, or you've still got some more to do before Christmas?
Oh, I've got...
Or the holidays?
I've still got videos to film.
Oh, yeah.
And I have got my last Artsy Trio collaboration for the year on the 28th of November. So, but that's all done and filmed. Excellent. And already scheduled.
Lummy neck.
I know. Mainly because I thought it was tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I thought it was tomorrow, but this Wednesday. But it's not. It's next Wednesday.
I was just thinking you could always put them on the other way around so it went on the inside, but I think they look lovely as decoration.
I prefer them on the outside.
So do I. I think these are lovely. I think we'll give it a couple of hours to dry actually. There's no point trying to work on. Imagine we can work on the inners when I come back from the dog. And put this to one side.
As long as they're gripped, we can move it.
Yes, we can. And I think they're actually...
Oh, okay.
Is that the dog?
He just walked towards me as though he was coming for a cuddle.
Yeah.
And then at the very last moment, he ducked.
And sat down.
No, and then walked out the door.
In disgust. So that's that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This background is a great foil for all this metallicness.
Yes, because all these tropical colours, like we were saying earlier, the peacock, the dark green, the birds of paradise, they all go with gold. What
I'm going to do before we finish making it completely, I've got flatback pearls. I'm going to put one in each of these, so like little rivets, just to finish it off. Right, I'm off. The dog wants to go out now. You want a coffee?
I'll sort my own coffee out. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine,
so
thank you.
Back in 2 shakes of a donkey's tail. That poor donkey again.
It was a lamb earlier.
Well, the lamb and a donkey. It's like Christmas, isn't it, in the manger? Please excuse the commotion in the background. We've just come back from our WLK. Why I'm spelling it, I don't know. Mike knows what it spells. Is that Bentley's decided he wants to play with Teddy.
So I'm sat on the floor behind Ian's chair.
He is.
Teddy.
So what I've done is I've been through Mike's stash of digitals.
Yes.
And I found these beautiful pockets. What do you call them, Mike, these pockets?
The top one there is the floral receipts. That's a new ephemera pack, which I haven't really advertised the fact that it's there.
Okay.
If you purchased the floral receipts journal folders, little mini folders,
yeah,
they do coordinate with that.
Oh, lovely.
And there is a full pack of ephemera, tags, pockets, journaling cards, the full works.
Nice. They're coming soon, are they?
No, they're actually on the website now.
Oh, on the website now.
I just haven't bothered advertising the fact.
Fair enough. So I've done the pockets, the deep pockets, and these were based on the envelopes, but I didn't want to do envelopes, I wanted to do pockets.
No.
So they're the pockets. We've got some cards as well. Mm-hmm. What I've done is I've also printed on the backs.
Yeah.
Love these.
Right, so that set is called Ladies Market. So and again, that's an ephemera set too.
Is that a digi-download or a physical product?
Download.
Okay, so I've printed on the backs of those. They're from the same ones, there's some more pockets.
They're from the Ladies Market set as well, yeah.
And then I've done 4 cabinet cards. The idea with these is you can either write on the insides of them or you can actually stick your family photos in.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a set of every one of these into each signature. So there's 3 sets I've printed out.
It's going to be a full journal again.
A very full journal, you know me and my journals. So that's all that lot. So I'm going to go and cut those out, because believe me, it's like watching paint dry.
The cover's still drying.
The cover is still drying, it's drying beautifully, so I just want to make sure that's stuck properly. Might leave that overnight and we'll have to finish this off tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's a video for Wednesday anyway.
Yes, and it is Tuesday today.
And it's Tuesday today. So I'm going to go and cut this lot out and tape it up with some construction tape to make the pockets, and I'll be back soon. I'll see you tomorrow, but in reality you'll see me in about 2 minutes.
Not even that.
Not even that. Come on, Bentley, time to play with Teddy. That was Teddy, by the way, ladies and gents, not Mike.
No, he's having a chew instead.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I haven't got your other light on.
Oh, hang on, I'll put my other light on. There we go, everyone. That better?
That'll do.
Okay, so while you've been away...
So overnight...
Overnight, we've set the hinges in. You'll notice we've changed the spine. The reason being that I decided that I didn't want, after all that messing about for poor Mike, I didn't want the holes in the spine and the stitching to be on the outside.
Well, the stitching would have come over the top of the hinges and it wouldn't have really looked right, would it?
No.
So, just for pure aesthetic, we redid the spine, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And then re-glued it again.
And re-glued it on again.
And then left it overnight.
Yeah. So we now have the carcass of it. I've also made an inside front and an inside back panel for it. to go on, which we'll put in a minute. And Mike has so graciously agreed to stitch the signatures into the tray. The tray itself is craft paper, and I've mounted on some vintage paper and distressed it, so that just needs to go inside.
There's a bit of fabric as well on the inside, isn't there?
A bit of buckram there to give it some strength.
Buckram fabric to give it a little bit of stability and strength and flexibility as well.
So what we'll do, just open that back out. I just want to take these panels off.
Are you going to have to stand up to do this?
No, I don't think so. I'll put that one on the back. Excuse head and glasses. No.
It's pretty.
The idea that it's going to pull in.
Oh right, yeah. So
a vintage.
The tray.
Plus, I've linked in with the outer as well.
Of course, because you've got that strip of peacock
feathers, yes.
Peacock feathers. The peacock feather paper, by the way, was from Graphic 45.
Oh, was it?
I don't know whether you mentioned that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how old it is.
I think it's very old.
But yeah, it was from Graphic 45. It may have even been sent to us in Happy Mail, because
I don't remember buying it.
Well, we do buy Graphic 45 occasionally, like we bought that, the Greatest Detective one.
I love that one.
And also the Woodland one with the rabbits.
Yeah, which I haven't done yet, which that'll be a project for the spring. So that one wants to go onto there like that.
So we do buy Graphic 45.
We do, but I don't remember buying that one.
I don't remember buying that one, right.
So what we need to do now is we're going to glue in.
Glue and stick in the tray
into the spine. And we'll be back presently. We need to do it off camera because we need to hold it and position it.
It needs to be manhandled into place.
It does. And then when it's finished, it'll look something.
Yeah, but we'll show them
like that. Yeah, you will. So back in 2 shakes. Well, we had a very nice lunch while this was drying.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting the lighting. Can you just pull that one down a little bit?
Yes.
Just down and to your left a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's what I like it.
So,
yes, we did have a very nice lunch.
So, obviously you've seen the outer. Mike has now stitched the inner in for me, and we've glued that in. As you saw before, we were just gluing to glue it in, so that's all now glued in, with all the different pages in it.
I did make sure I got them the right way up.
Yeah. What I like about this hinges is it lays flat.
The front cover does.
Yeah, when you come to...
But also when you open the pages...
It falls, slips over.
They fall flat as well.
Yeah, they do. Every one falls flat. Even that one.
Yes. I like this.
So I do as well. So right, so we've got the ephemera here. I've done 3 sets exactly the same. So you've got your little cards. So you've got 1, 2.
That's the ladies market.
Ladies market, yeah.
Did you download, yeah.
4 of those.
And that one is the floral receipts.
3 of those.
Ephemera set.
So we've got 4 of those, 3 of those. Also we've got the corners, ladies market again. Obviously lefts and rights.
I love those images.
I love those images as well. Also some dinky little pockets, which are lovely. They're from
Floral Receipts.
Floral Receipts.
Not that size, the ones that you would get a big...
I've scaled them all down to fit this.
Excuse me.
And we've got 4 pockets there. Then of course we've got some cabinet cards which you can put your photographs in and write on them, or stick them together and just put a cabinet card on the back, photograph on the back.
I used to have that as a digi-download.
Yeah.
But I haven't had it on since I went to the new website.
No, anyway,
Don't know why.
They're dinky. So, I think we'll make a start. Obviously, these are the larger pages. So I think the larger pages will have a big pocket on them. So, 1, 2. Would you do me the honour, Mike, and please, and just start on those?
I would do if my thumb wouldn't stop.
Okay.
It's a bit... the joint's a bit funny on my left thumb. And it keeps locking.
Poor Mike.
I know.
So I'll put that one there, and then I'll go to the end of the signature and pop another one there. I like to... Thank you very much, Mike.
Do you want this one as well?
Yeah, keep going with those, that's lovely. So I'm going to do one of these signatures completely and then do the other ones off camera, because you don't see me putting these in every one.
No.
Or do you? I don't know.
Take a while.
Take a while, yes, thank you. And then you can put them at the corners if you want. I'm putting mine towards the middle.
The middle?
The middle. And do you know what's even better?
What's that?
I haven't even burnt myself with this project.
There's still time.
Oh, yeah, there is actually, yeah. Still here.
What's next?
Could you do me the corner pockets, please, Mike? There we go. What's nice with this, you can actually stick photos in any way you like.
Yes.
I mean, the pages are lovely. I mean, these are stunning.
It would make a beautiful little photo album.
It would make a beautiful photo album. Thank you, Mike. And we'll put
a memory book.
A memory book. And put that one on the corner, there, like that. So I know that it's on the blue star. So I've got to find the blue star. I think that's the same one.
I'm doing left and right. I'm not doing all left and all right.
We don't want left and right. So that's lovely, mate. You are very, 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 very clever. Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So that one will go. That's a left and a right again, isn't it, Mike?
That one's not coming off.
Is it not? This is a bagger.
There we go.
It's a bit of a bagger.
Didn't think I'd be sat here quoting lines from The Exorcist. That's where that line's from.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Sometimes the priest says to the girl on the bed, "Is there someone inside you?" And she says, "Sometimes."
Weird film. There we go. Could we then next please have the shallow pockets?
Yes.
Thank you. And then we're there. We can populate. So we've got one there.
That was the original version of The Exorcist, by the way, not the new version.
Well, we don't watch scary films anyway.
Don't watch the new version. No.
We're not allowed scary films anyway, Mike and I. We get upset.
Yeah.
It's frightening.
It is frightening. Gives me nightmares.
We don't like frightening things.
It's not coming off.
Is it not?
That's better.
There we are. One.
See, even with fingernails.
3. Oh yeah. One there. And that one wants to go on the, I don't know what you call it, distressed 70s pattern I'd call it.
Which one's which?
That one. Like a distressed.
I suppose it could be a 70s kind of retro mid-century kind of
pattern.
Is 70s classed as mid-century?
I don't know what 70s is. I can't find it, Mike.
Well, it's more like 3/4, isn't it?
It has to be the same on both, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
So the paper should go through both, so that's there.
Yeah, it will do.
That's the blue one. That's that
Keep
one.
going. Next one.
Blue one.
It's there.
It's not. It's not the same pattern.
Oh, no.
Hang on.
Hang on. If you follow it underneath the signature.
Oh dear.
I think you've gone too far now.
It's there. Hang on.
It is different.
Oh!
I'll tell you why it's different.
That's what's throwing me.
It was one of those pages that's got the 6x6s on from a 12x12 pack.
You're vexing me, aren't you?
Haha. Keeping you on your toes.
I think you're right. Right, so we'll put one on. Well vexed I was then. Oh, yeah. Let's put.
Shall I make a start on doing these as well?
Which?
No, I don't need
No,
to.
they're cards,
Just those
love.
two,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
So they're done.
Yeah, so I'll put these in the middle. What's nice about the pages being quite plain is you can write on the cream ones, can't you?
You can.
There we go. So that's there. Okay,
Yes,
so
you can add your own little stories. If there's a story to go with a photograph, you can write down the tale.
this is the fun bit now. If you find your pockets are tight, all you need to get is your ruler, put them in,
Just waggle it.
just waggle it about a bit and it'll slacken off the pockets. There we are. One. She's sort of looking out.
Well,
from
they
there.
shouldn't be because they weren't designed to go with those.
No.
And you've reduced the size anyway.
Yeah, I have,
so. But that's a good tip if you've got a tight pocket.
Yeah. Waggle it about a bit. There we are.
Just get your ruler in there and just.
Look at that one. That's so pretty. That's one of yours, isn't it?
I haven't
Done anything with those yet.
on the website.
No, I didn't think you had.
I did do a full set of signatures specifically for US printers as well as
Oh yeah.
So
these are. Look at those.
Yeah, ones that use the A4 metric.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I haven't put them on the
Put
website.
one of those in there. I
Rubbish.
think.
There's so much else to think about over the last few weeks.
Trying to sort mum out and stuff for
Mum,
Christmas.
Dad, Christmas, yeah.
We'll let you off. There we are.
Well, I've just had to buy presents for like you and family members, and I also had to buy Mum and Dad's presents for each other
Because
as well.
they can't get to the shops.
Because they can't get to the shops. So I can't remember what they want either.
Or when they get there, they can't remember what they want either. So I'll pop one of those into there. What I'll do, I'll continue popping these little images in, these little cards in.
Because you've got the other two signatures
Got the other two signatures to do, so we'll come back in about 2 minutes and we'll have a flick through of it completely when it's finished.
Okie dokes. So that's that signature finished.
You just need one more card which I've left downstairs, which I'll go and grab, and then that signature's. Look at that.
Oh,
beautiful.
What a match.
What a match. A bit matchy. And that was from Peter Rabbit.
Yes.
The animated film. Because the twins are always wear matchy clothes. So that's the first one done, and you see it's filling up nicely. I'll be back in 2 shakes when I've done the other 2 as well, and we'll have a final flick through. Okay, we've got there in the end.
Okay.
We found some more cards.
I have.
Oh, there's loads. Then we put some spares. Okay, so this is the finished tome. So you've got the metal brass hinges. You've got the decorative on the front with the tree of life, and there's
I like that.
a graphic behind that.
That's nice.
And on the back you've got the same again. So on the front you've also got little rivets in there as well.
You actually found some little...
I did. One of them just popped out there. I'll put one back in a minute. It's because I'm moving it when it was wet. Okay, so let's open it up. Are we centered there? We are now. Okay, so the complete journal is 120 pages. It has 50 cards in it of different various sizes. Obviously the lady ones, what they called, Mike? Lady Market? Lady Market. Sounds like slavery.
Ladies Market, yes.
Ladies Market. And of course there's the ones for the cabinet cards as well, which we've got there. I've doubled up on quite a lot of them and put some extras in because I had some spares. So as we flick through, you've got the lovely pages Mike's done along with the plain manila. Is it manila, that colour, Mike?
Yes.
A few
cream.
Some Timmy ones there. Corners in. Each one of the corner pockets has now got 2 cards in it.
Oh, okay.
So you've got the floral there and the ladies one again.
Very nice.
Flick through. There we go.
I like the fact that because you've also got like the typewriters and stuff, so it's like
it all just seems to flow well together.
Doesn't, but it does.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
It's helped along by the pockets and the ephemera.
You've got like a running and recurring theme all the way through.
You have.
So
there's plenty of pages you can write on there. The double-sided folding cards.
Yeah, we also took the decision when we were stitching the signatures in
to leave the threads on the inside.
To have the threads on the inside, just for that little bit of extra.
It looks nice.
Detail. Yeah, I kind of like it.
I mean, there's so much in here. Stick your photos on, or stick some journaling panels on. Put pull-outs on. Use your paper clips.
Well, exactly. Yes, you could use some of your wooden paper clips in there, couldn't you? Because they would fit exactly as well.
Beautifully, because of the similar images, aren't they? That was just one signature. So the second one, the papers are not the same in each. I've just changed, as I said, it's a junkish journal, so the bits of paper we've got left, some that Mike's done specially.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really good base to start building and adding more stuff into.
Yes, it is. And it's not like you've not got much to start with. I say 50 cards and 39 pockets.
No, there was a question a while ago actually, where somebody was asking about the papers that are like really decorative, like this one for example, and they said, well, like, you can't really write on that. Well, no, you can't really write on that, but you can take a small piece of writing paper and add a column into it.
Of course you can.
And then write on that. It's all. You could add a piece that folds out.
Yeah.
And then write on that. You could do a piece that flips up.
Yes. Or an envelope.
Yeah. And write on that. Yeah. So there's lots of different ways.
Because some people use the sticky little envelopes, wet them, stick them down so they flop up. So it's like a flap.
Yeah, absolutely.
just think they're so pretty, and it just hangs together.
Yeah.
With it being ephemeral.
Yes. And obviously the lady here
Yes.
is Italian opera singer Lina Cavalieri.
It is. It is. On both sides there.
Mm. Just peering out from between the flowers.
Yes. The flowers are beautiful. The papers are lovely that you did there.
Victorian Italian opera singer.
You see, you can mix text with floral,
Of course you can.
with technical drawings, with labels, you name it. You can mix it. It's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah. Once you have an eclectic style,
Yeah.
nothing's wrong anymore.
No, it isn't.
Everything goes.
So you can put in there exactly what you want.
Mm.
And say the little ends of the tray have got.
Yeah, but just as a point, I mean, you were saying earlier on about the 70s style,
Yeah.
but it's not really, is it? It is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at that one,
It's just vintage.
it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Because it just goes.
Yeah. So it's about the pages are roughly 6x6, aren't they?
Yeah,
Give or take a
thereabouts.
millimetre or two.
Yeah.
So you've got the pockets there as well. So that is the journal. That's,
So what are you calling it?
I don't know, what do you think we should call it?
Well,
mate?
it's obviously
The Peacock Junkish Journal.
or the Family Tree Journal.
Family Tree Journal, that's a nice one.
Yeah, so we'll call it that then.
Yeah, okay. It's a one-off, obviously.
Yes.
It's going on the website, first come, first served. And there's also a little, Mike's made a little
Closure.
closure with it. Some lovely little keys on it and some elastic.
So I like to put them so it runs
Just
that
lift
way.
it up if you would, mate. We'll just pop it on. Oopsie daisy, I'm just not very good today.
You can do it so that the keys sit.
There we are.
There we go. It just helps just to hold it.
That looks really nice as well, because it sort of looks a bit special and a bit secret. So yeah, so they're on my website. I lied to you, I'm afraid, earlier. They don't come in packs of 2, they come in packs of 3.
Yes.
So I apologise for that. So that's there. All the downloads are on Mike's, aren't they?
For the floral receipts ephemera and the ladies' market ephemera, yes, are on my website.
They are indeed. So I think that is our last project for this year, is it, Mike?
It might be your last project for the year, it's not mine.
Or is it not?
No, I've still got the Artsy Trio to do next Wednesday. Yeah.
You have, I forgot, yeah. Well, it's my last project, so
Right.
there you go.
But they will see you in the vlog if they watch the vlog.
They will. I've also got, in the new year, I've got some new ideas. I want to do a large journal. I want to do an A4 journal based on original old newspaper advertisements.
All right. When you say A4, it's going to be around about, so 8.5 by 11-ish.
Ish, maybe a little bit bigger.
A4-ish. Kind of that kind of size.
But I want it to be all singing, all dancing. It's going to have 3 signatures in only. But these 3 signatures,
Well, they're going to be big, aren't
they're going to be big.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have pull-outs, tuck spots, full-size envelopes with cards in.
But more of that later.
Yeah, yeah.
So, hope you've enjoyed watching Ian put this journal together today. Well, say today. It's been 2 days for us.
2 days for us, yeah.
If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up because it really does help the channel. Don't forget to share the video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking that button. But don't forget to click the bell button as well and click all notifications, otherwise you may miss out.
So from me, it's happy holidays. Have a lovely time. Stay safe and warm. And I'll see you in 2023.
And I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget to check out your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. Thank you.